Hello, Yan. Hi, Steffi. Hi, Neuron. I hope I can see everybody here. Hi, Cliff. Okay, Ceci, once you're ready, let me know. I will get it started. We'll make it very informal, ladies and gentlemen, for this evening. I know it's morning for some, it's afternoon and evening for some. Hopefully you have had a chance to have your dinner or your lunch or breakfast. Okay, Sissy, let's start, right? Okay, very good day, everyone. Welcome to the World IoT Day, 9th of April 2026, 8:30 p.m. in Malaysia time and in different time zone, probably 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 1 p.m., for different country. We really appreciate on behalf of the ChangeMaker Association, Malaysia IoT Association, and IoT Council. We are very fortunate to have everyone here this today to celebrate the World IoT Day. Okay. As you know, IoT started probably in early 1980, with the some sort of prototype on connected Coca-Cola. That's what I understand from a vending machine, in Carnegie Mellon University, which allow programmers, the gig, to remotely control or check, remotely check, see if there's any coke and is it cold enough for them. I think during our early days, we love to drink Coke, probably not now. So that is how the history started. And Kevin Aston, I think, as most of you already know, officially coined the term IoT in 1998. The concept grew from connecting appliances and RFID tracking into modern smart interconnected devices. Each of us might have our own story or journey on how we get into IoT. For me, it started with RFID technology. That was the early days because during my time in MCMC, there's a frequency that will be assigned to RFID. That's how I got started, and then I was very fortunate to be able to attend one of the RFID IoT event in Japan. That's how I started my journey in IoT or track and trace at that time. The World IoT Day was coined by Rob. Rob is here today, based in Belgium, by the IoT Council, in Europe. I think that is very, very interesting, and that's how why we gather today, online. I think we are all connected. We got about 29 people from various country. Our speakers, we have arranged up quite a unique speakers from around the world with IoT expert, AI expert that is going to share with us this evening. Okay. Without further ado, I would like to invite Tan Sri. Tan Sri Rene is our advisor, to the IoT Association. We really thanks Tan Sri for his commitment, even though he's in a way quite far from us in Italy, right? Tan Sri, is that correct? Yeah,
Yes, it
so
is.
so Tan Sri basically, is a global recognized experts in digitalization and digital transformation. Tan Sri Rene brings about 35 years of practical and worldwide experience in IoT and AIoT. He's not just an industry voice. He's a hands-on person who has lived the transformation story of IoT from its early days to today's intelligence system. Joining us as both a global authority and our trusted advisor, Tan Sri Rene, will share powerful real-world insight you
Hmm?
won't hear anywhere else.
No,
Let's give a warm
10 seconds.
global welcome to Tan Sri. Tan Sri, the mic is yours. For those who just come in, if you can mute your mic, I really appreciate it. And if you have any question, you can put on the chat, so that we can pick up some of your question as well. Yeah, along the way as the speaker come on board. Yeah, Tan Sri, floor is yours.
Thank you, Dante, the CTO of MyIOTA in Malaysia. Can you hear me? That's a test call.
Yes,
Yes.
can.
Okay, that I want to know because the voice from Italy is far away from your home and MyIOTA. But modern technology goes across the globe. There's no borders, so we can.
有东西，
Oh, what is now?
我忘了什么了，但里头有东西，你别动。
I can't see. I can't see you anymore. So, hello.
Go ahead, Tan Sri. Yep.
Yeah, so now the formal start, yeah, after the interrupt. So, distinguished guests, industry leaders, partners, and friends, a very warm welcome to all of you for our gathering towards an even greater future of IoT. Congrats to all members of any IoT organization in the world, especially MyIOTA. MyIOTA is celebrating 10 years of activities right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me the stage to share my thoughts with you, my thoughts of the day. It's beyond the hype. The AIoT revolution is your business only lifeline. Ladies and gentlemen, when did you first realize that the World IoT Day even existed? It just sounds like one of those niche observances, doesn't it? Something not so important. But, ladies and gentlemen, dear, I call you IoTer. By April 9, 26, which is today, the Internet of Things will be undeniable, central to the global digital economy, proven as a fact by over 20 billion devices. It's history for me of more than 35 years. The question is not whether you are paying attention right now, it's whether you have secured your ticket for the future of your business journey, as we all need to be ahead of the curve. Ahead of the curve. And this is my spoiler for you. You should not wait anymore. You better act fast. Now a brief history. This is the lecture part of my speech today. World IoT Day was launched in 2010 by the IoT Council in Europe. We are celebrating 10 years in Malaysia. It started as a global conversation for tech experts, business, media, and citizens. Fast speed forward, and it now spans hundreds of locations worldwide, celebrating practically a technology that evolved from a curious concept, think like a Coke machine that reported its own temperature in the 1980s, into the backbone of a smart homes, industrial automation, and. There's no end. AI, the way forward for all of you. Here is now my big picture view from a 30,000 feet level and also my own practices. I've been a passenger on this digital flight for over 3 decades. Started well as a 2G pioneer in the world. Later, after I designed, built, and marketed globally intelligent security and smoke sensing systems for a German global player. Our vision was simply yet radical. Give objects a voice. Give objects a voice. In the mid-1990s, we asked, what if a building could sense an intruder without doubt? Or what if a room could sense the smoke of a real fire without doubt? No false alarm, no costly action by fire brigades. And what if a vending machine could order its own restock? That were the first whispers of IoT, stretching connectivity from desktops into the physical world. Now, very important, why also SMEs must buy a global ticket for IoT? Let me be blunt and let all of us be on the same page. The global growth story is no longer gentle. It's being written by 18 dynamic arenas of competition, from AI to space, growing 10 times faster than traditional industries. Imagine, since 2022, AI alone has added US dollar 11 trillion US dollar in market capitalization. On top, 9 omniscalers invest over 800 billion annually. What is the kicker? 90% of this value is concentrated in the US and Greater China. Now, for all of you, global competitiveness is no longer an advantage. It is a prerequisite for survival for all of you, even for SMEs. We are now, ladies and gentlemen, at a turning point. We have moved from mere connectivity to intelligence, from data sensing and collection to autonomous decision-making. Let me walk you through the 3 phases of this extraordinary odyssey. Phase 1, the age of connection, 1990 until 2010. This era gave us visibility. For the first time, a shipping container was no longer lost. It was a dot on a map. The limitation, silos in organizations. Sensors gave us eyes, but we lacked a brain. Humans still had to interpret every signal. What was the consequence? Break the silos in your organization first. Horizontal thinking and integration is key for success. Now phase 2, the age of intelligence, 2010 until today. Enter the digital twin, which is a living mirror that ingests real-time data to predict the future. Manufacturing plants began predicting equipment failure in advance. Smart cities optimized traffic in advance. The achievement was prediction. The limitation, humans were still in the loop, approving what the machine already knew. Imagine. Now the new phase 3. Now in the very new phase 3, the age of autonomy. We call it the AIoT era. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to close the loop. AIoT is the combination of AI and IoT in a harmonized manner, technology-wise and use case-wise. It gives the system not just senses, but recognition. We evolved from digital twin to the autonomous twin, the system that does not just predict, but acts. Dear friends, it thinks first, then executes autonomously. This is where your business wins or loses. My slogan for you after sensing the criteria of interest is, think first, act second, instantly. Mindset. 3 dimensions of competitiveness for small, medium enterprise are the following. Number 1, operational autonomy with self-healing infrastructure. Imagine a wind turbine that detects a vibration. Instead of alerting a technician, the IoT system reduces load, dispatches a drone, orders the part, and reschedules maintenance, all without human touch. But how? Predictive intelligence at the front end. The edge, zero-touch operations, lower labor cost, and shock-absorbing resilience, especially in times of painful disruptors. We just went through such an era. That's the way forward in times of crisis. Number 2, continuous innovation as a living service. The old product life cycle, as it is, design, build, sell, forget about it. It's dead. Design, build, sell as a product life cycle is dead. Forget about it. An automaker with 500,000 connected cars streams telemetry data on battery wear 24/7. Overnight simulations lead to over-the-air updates that improve range of the battery by the morning. You get the energy you need for the day individually. Your product becomes a platform that grows in value. Platforms are always key for success. So that's the way you will escape the commoditization trap. Number 3, it's about systematic sustainability and circularity. It goes beyond compliance. It's a development around the globe, and it will touch down in Malaysia as well. Scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions can no longer be tracked on spreadsheets anymore. AIoT enables a material passport for a building, tracking carbon from every beam of steel. This turns sustainability from a cost center into a competitive advantage, especially as carbon border taxes loom. So what is the next horizon ahead of the curve? We call it swarm intelligence. It's a brand new term, isn't it? Beyond AIoT lies swarm intelligence. Imagine a logistic network where delivery vehicles, warehouse robots, and inventory systems negotiate and reroute themselves among each other after a port disruption without any central command. No management attention necessary. Or a smart grid where rooftop solar and EV batteries trade energy in real time, 24/7. This is not science fiction. The recent global supply chain crisis made this a vital interest. For 3 decades, we have wired the physical world. Today, technology is no longer the limit. Strategic vision is. To secure your future mindset and act accordingly, first of all, as an architect for interoperability, insist on open standards. The winners integrate. They do not isolate. The winners integrate horizontally and abolish vertical actions. Number 2, embedded AI at the edge. Cloud latency is death for autonomous operations. Too slow. Push AI to where the data is born. Number 3, cultivate systematic thinking. Don't build isolated twins for production or logistics. Unify them into a single representation of your entire enterprise platform. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of stuff. I wish you will take home whatever you need for success in your business. Have a great IoT time ahead. Happy World IoT Day 2026. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tan Sri, for the insightful sharing and your vast experience. By the way, Tan Sri has just wrote an article in the Malaysian, the Edge magazine, that was published today. I will share with you all, through email as well, the link, or through our social media on Facebook and what do you call that, LinkedIn. So do follow us. And I think we can learn a lot from Tan Sri. And at the same time, Tan Sri is always happy to get feedback to see how we can do better and better, in your respective country, and so on. Okay, next, I would like to invite Rob. Rob is the from the IoT Council based in Belgium. Because of him, he coined the IoT Day on 9th of April. Which is why we are here today. Rob, are you there, Rob?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, the floor is yours, and go ahead. Yep.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I'm very honored to speak, and I'm also very honored to speak after Tan Sri, the very well, absolutely spot on talk that, and I also agree very much on this nature of this prediction. So I think we can even go back further, John, and to the factories where the guys and the women were working and walking, and they knew exactly when a machine was going to break because they were listening to the sounds, and they had these sounds for many years. Sort of they knew the sounds, they knew the rhythm, they checked the temperature, um, and then as these women and men sort of left, um, we thought, well, let's have some sensors, and let's let's have these sensors focusing on rhythm, on sound, on warmth, on sort of on all of these things. And as we were doing that, everything was around that time, it was the edge. Everything was happening locally. With the internet, we could transport all of these insights out, and it became connected. And as it became connected, we could collect more data from more machines. We could run more machine learning, and we could also get not only better insights into the machines themselves, but we could actually make better machines. And so this is, I think, how things started. Now, for me, it started around 2000. And as I'm not a technical person, I come from languages and literature and through hypertext. I went to a conference in 2000, and that conference literally blew my mind. It was on the disappearing computer, which was a program from the European Commission with Future and Emergent Technology program. And in that conference, I basically learned that the next step in terms of data, information, and knowledge would be that characteristics would be gathered from any object, including people and trees and whatever, any object, and that all these characteristics would be labeled data, and that this data would be stored somewhere. I was very upset because I realized that as it was mainly engineers building it, they didn't think about the governance. And they also didn't really think about, when you mentioned RFID, who was actually going to write the stories that will be linked by the tags in a database that will be played back on RFID readers and now smartphones. So I thought it was such an ontological change because I realized that this would not remain an analog world, and also like Tantri has said, it's not just an analog world now with a little bit of digital. No, it's a hybrid world, and this means that this digital and this analog is going to intermingle and intermix and create really new entities, like we're seeing now with AI agents, for example. Um, and and then I thought I wrote about it, and this got picked up by Gerald Santucci, who was head of the unit IoT in the Commission, and he brought me into projects. Since then, I've been working in EU projects, and I realized we had to sort of try to bring it out to more people, and that's why I thought of the IoT Day. Um, and it started very small. So one of the best IoT days I had was talking to my neighbors and setting up a meeting in an apartment with my neighbors with coffee and cake, and telling them about this, and really getting harsh questions and all of that. So the idea was, we have conferences, we have events, but we don't have these more informal meetings like we have today online. But there's lots of, for example, IoT Day in Athens is run by Dimitrios, and he's going out to dinner this evening with about 8, 9 people that he doesn't know, but they're joining for IoT Day. So it's going to be a nice dinner. And the beauty in that dinner, as in this meeting also, is that the CTO will sit next to a programmer or something else. So these types of meetings, they break the normal flow of kind of regular authority that's always around when you're in companies or in conferences. But staying in these lines of thinking, and staying in these places, in these mental places, it's not only the best, it's not always the best way to do innovation, because that starts actually from really diverse people meeting each other in a friendly way. And So through every year since 2010, there's been like numerous events across the world, and I'm really just enjoying all of these conversations because IoT is horizontal, it's everywhere, but it's also a product and a set of products. And it has created an enormous amount of hype and an enormous amount of scare. And both are not relevant and not good. So we need to look at the situation very realistically and calmly, like, for example, Siemens does, like Bosch does. People who look at the world and who look at problems and see how these problems can be better. And to me, the basic idea or the baseline is in this world today, that I think we would be better off if we would have large-scale decision making, including political decision making as we see now. If that could be based on as objective as possible data sets, of course these are not neutral. We have to discuss that. But I think this type of large-scale decision making, as it is in companies, as it is in automotive, as it is in the Siemens projects and excellent engineering, that's always been the hallmark of the projects, whether it's trains or sort of or massive or smaller, and digital twins, of course, energy twins, but I think we would be better off if we would have this type of decision making instead of the decision making that we see now on the planet, which is based on whims or on ego or charm, all kinds of parameters that do not deliver the best results. So that's why I think that IoT, like we heard also, is not just a technical layer. It's a layer for decision making, and it's a layer for decision making, and we have to make sure that we have the best possible quality of sensors. That's a huge job in itself. Sometimes people refer to IoT as the plumbing of, but I would be very honored to be called the plumber of this of all of these processes. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. And yeah, thank you very much also, John, for all your great work that you're doing, ecosystem building, and this thing. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob, for sharing the information. I know it's a different time zone for you. Next, I would like to invite James. James, are you there, James? James is the Malaysia IoT chairman. James, floor is yours. James.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry for logging out late. Run into a bit of problems. Okay, again, great to see that so many people have logged in despite the different time zones, right? Again, today is World IoT Day, and we really appreciate all the groundwork that was done by Rob, over the years starting this. For us from the Malaysia IoT Association, I think our journey started 10 years ago. So this year we're actually celebrating our 10th anniversary. It's been a long journey over the decade, right? The very first initial that we did have about 7 IoT players from the Malaysia landscape, right? So we have actually members that actually involved in designing embedded design of IoT products, the hardware, the sensors. We have members that actually develop the IoT middleware, and all the way to members who are actually specializing in different horizontal and vertical. So at the moment, Malaysia IoT Association, proud to say right now we have around, I think slightly close, almost close to 200 members, right? We have members that came on board. Some members have sort of like dropped off, and then we have new members coming in. So I've seen some of our new members already logged in today. So welcome to the Myota ecosystem. First off, to me, IoT is more than just things, right? Connectivity, sensors, and things, right? One of the reasons we set up the association is to get people together from different economies, different layers of the IoT landscape, right? So we always have a inkling that no single company in the world, right? Not even the Googles, the Microsoft, the big giants, right? Can claim that they are a IoT company, right? So in the IoT space, nobody can do the whole stack from hardware, software, middleware. And nowadays, a lot of AI, LLMs are also involved as part of the whole IoT stack, right? So over the years, as John has alluded, right, IoT can be looked at the plumbing side, right? Nobody sees, all the work being done, the integration, the tight integration between hardware and software to come up with dashboards and now with the data to ingest. So I would think of IoT as the axe or pickle to mine data. So IoT by itself, there is no value. Value is actually coming from the data. So data, as you say, is the new oil, right? And for the last few years, we are reaching, I would say, an inflection point in terms of data. So if you look at the massive adoption of large language models, technically the world has run out of data from the internet. So the large language models actually mines data from internet to do its training, right? I think for the next decade, right, it needs IoT data because the world has run out of human data to learn, right? I think the challenge right here with IoT data, the whole landscape is very fragmented. A lot of the data are owned by companies who invest in the sensors, who deploy sensors out there, who collect massive amount of data. But a lot of this data are not available publicly. So one of the initiatives we are looking at is to have a open source data platform where we want to encourage our members that have certain collected data over the years to be able to open up their data set, right? So as the saying goes, one man's poison could be another man's meat, right? It could be useful in a entirely different situation. And then we're also looking aggressively at AI. I think AI is more than a buzzword. It's affecting the whole everything, all the different verticals from smart cities to smart agriculture to digital twins and so forth, right? And I think IoT will play an even more important role, right, as so-called the plumbing to enable massive data collection, right, that can create context-aware systems. That means without any human intervention, right, the system can react, improve lives, improve productivity, help, make the world a better place. So let's start and continue the engagement, right? I think the most important element IoT is actually the human element. People coming together, ideas coming together, working together for the common good to improve our everyday lives and society as a whole. Right. Thank you. Again, happy IoT Day, everyone.
Thank you, James. Thank you for making. I know you ran to a little bit problem just now, but I think I really appreciate your time. I think you mentioned just now. He mentioned about relationship, human. I think that is what I always look at. Technology is technology, SOP, but human factor is always the most difficult. Technology you can tweak around a little bit. So great. So I think tonight's event would not be possible with a lot of support from our members, Cecily, James, Stanley, and SK Lim from the ChangeMaker Association as well, and a lot of the speakers that has volunteered themselves, to come in. Okay, we even have all the way from New Zealand. I saw, right, Chris. It's good to. I know it's probably very late for you, but just hang in there with us. Okay, next I would like to invite Steffi San. Steffi is the General Secretary for World AI Alliance, based in China. So, Steffi, are you there? The floor and the mic is
Yes,
yours. Yep.
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for Mr. John Tay's introduction for WAIA, the World AIoT Innovation Alliance. Actually, we are coming from Shenzhen and now expanding to the overseas, let's say the global different regional markets. And thanks for the strong support and recognition from Malaysia IoT Association and Malaysia ChangeMaker Association. So at the very beginning, I think back in 2024, we together initiate the World AIoT Association together with Shenzhen IoT Association, Ningbo, Xiamen, and Taiwan, Hong Kong IoT Associations. So together with over 15 different country regional association, mainly from APAC area, but now also expanding to the European partners based in Belgium, Italy, and Spain, Catalonia. So now we are forming very big networks, hopefully to drive the AIoT deployment from, let's say, visionary sort of point of view to actual commercialized project validation and commercialization in not only China area, but also, let's say, the very strong emerging market in Southeast Asian markets and also European and American markets. Why we came from Shenzhen, but now we're expanding a lot more. I think it's actually start from the story that we hosted the quite big, let's say nowadays in terms of volume, the largest IoT Expo in Shenzhen every year. And it was running for 16 years. And every year we welcomed over 1,000 device manufacturer in different layers of IoT, big families, not only from China, but also from the APAC area as a whole. And also we welcomed 100,000 visitors every year coming to Shenzhen. And we will also expand and upgrade our IoT Expo from Shenzhen, the Asian station, to Europe next year around May. And during the whole process, I mean, Mr. Zheng Tay actually supported a lot of times to coming to Shenzhen, visited our expo and giving keynote speech, represent Malaysia IoT Association and ChangeMaker Associations, and share the key insights how the Southeast Asian deployment, let's say the smart agriculture, smart manufacturing, what's the new project going on from the theoretical sort of layer from academia to government policy, subsidized projects, and the new digitalization sort of process going on in Malaysia. So that gave us a lot of insights. And we actually faced, we actually can see that there are a lot of difficulties still ongoing in commercializations due to a lot of fragmented use cases, right? We face different scenarios, let's say smart building, smart campus, smart harbor, smart healthcare, smart transport, or let's say a lot more. And we can see nowadays many Chinese device manufacturing not only doing the device, the hardware manufacturing part, but they're trying to move on to more connected and let's say a visionary sort of learning process and try to transfer themselves from device making to solution provider. So, for example, our community members like Hensel Technology, Eurovo, and a lot more solution providers, they actually nowadays very strong in providing their sort of smart retail, smart logistics sort of idea as a whole to support very strong client expansion, let's say Walmart or big manufacturing, big factory like Siemens, their deployments in different scenarios. And we hope to facilitate this process, and we hopefully to have a very strong partnership with Malaysian partners in a lot more ways to hopefully maybe building up a kind of conversation to fill the gap of a lot of fragmented application standards and cross-border resource sort of exchange and project matchmaking from the POC process to the deployment in let's say vast amount of let's say water resource or harbor or smart agriculture project. It needs a lot of project validation and resource sourcing, good vendor sort of selecting from different layers. So it's actually a big process. And we believe that the industry associations of IoT in different regional markets could play a big role to initiating and mobilizing those good company resource to help them play the right role and the proper position to build up, for example, a government-led big project, because no each single company can play all the game. It needs to be partnerships organized by the association and pushed forward by a different kind of companies with different advantage in their solution, in their positioning, and for the whole value chain sort of organizing. And nowadays also under the let's say the geopolitical economic pressure, I think our market expect more and more faster and more cost efficient digital solutions. So everyone's probably know that China manufacturers provide the most efficient and economic sort of solutions for you to select. And we have a lot of choice, I mean, under the project opportunities, and we will keep facilitate this kind of project organizing and hopefully truly facilitates the matchmaking process and the real transaction among the AIoT communities. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to introduce ourselves from Shenzhen and say hi to everyone at the webinar. And we hope to keep liaise with stay a good business contact and project sort of matchmaking clues with every of you via Malaysia IoT Association and ChangeMaker Association. By reaching them, everyone is reaching Shenzhen as well. So they will deliver their all the project clues, and we hope to collaborate with you in near future. Thank you very much. Happy World IoT Day. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Steffi, for the inspiring sharing session. I think it's always good. You all should go visit Shenzhen. I've been to Shenzhen many times. Thank you, Steffi, for sharing. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Sutat from the Thailand IoT Association. Before that, let me share his slide. Just 1 second. See. Can you all see my slide? Just a second, maybe it takes a few seconds, hopefully. Not this one, right? Yeah, wait, hold on. Not this one. I think I didn't get the right slide. Give me a second. Okay. Can you see the slide, everyone?
Okay.
Okay. Dr. Sutat, the floor is yours. Yep.
Okay, thank you, John.
I
Good
will
evening
explain to you.
from Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, this is my great honor to introduce about the Thai IoT Association. Okay, John, can you go next?
Okay, yep, hold on.
Okay. Actually, the Thai IoT Association, we also coining from we work for the RFID about 15 years ago. So in the top, you may see that our activity during the RFID era in the 2012, and we established about the Thai IoT Association about 8 years ago. And at this moment, we have a member about 480 that come from the company and for the academy. Okay. And John, can you go next?
Okay.
Okay, this is our committee member. We have different people from different industry that work together. Some committee, they are also the professor from the academia. Okay, can you go next? And our vision is clear that we want to be like the leading international professional IoT organization that drive the real world adoption to deliver the impact, the economic impact, and also strengthen the Thailand global competitiveness. So can you go next? For the missions, we try to focus on the execution. So we have 4 missions. Okay, can you go next? For the first mission, we try to drive the IoT adoption across industry in Thailand. So we collaborate with the exhibition, the conference, the industry platform. So we not only share the IoT knowledge as a speaker, but we try to demonstrate them about the real technology and the real use case that we already implement. So can you go next? This is also other activities that we try to drive in Thailand. Okay, we try to let them understand that at this moment for the IoT, we can drive the business, we can implement immediately because the technology is, I can say that is stable. Okay, so can you go next? For the second mission, we try to build a strong partnership, both locally and internationally. So I met John many times, and also some country that we also try to work with them, like Taiwan, Japan, LoRa Alliance, China, Vietnam, Malaysia that I met John many times, Hong Kong, and I just went to India last year. So can you go next? We also work closely with the government agency, the university, the academia, and we just signed the MOU few last month with the Taipei Computer Association. Okay, can you go next? And also in Thailand, we also work with like the industrial association, like the TARA is Thai Automation and Robotic Association, Thai Programmer Association, something like that. Okay, can you go next? And in Thailand, we also have like we call Technology Digital Association. Now we have a group about 12 associations that we work together about 3 years ago. And every year we try to organize like annual meetings that we try to build a community, not only the IoT, but for the technology digital together, like e-commerce, Thailand startup, marketing technology, and also many associations. Can you go next? And third, we try to invest in the people. So we develop like our next generation of the talent. So we set up like the training, reskill and upskill program in the AI and IoT. So this is some activity that we try to did in Thailand. So can you go next? This is the course that we just finished last month. Okay, can you go next? This is the training program. Okay, can you go next? We also have like a Microsoft Thailand because they are our member. So they send like a certified trainer about the Azure that we work together. Can you go next? And we also have like a AIS, the operator, mobile operator in Thailand that we also do a course together. So, okay, can you go next? And with our member, we try to contribute and develop like the standard about the IoT in terms of like to ensure the interoperability that we think this is the main problem for our industry. And also about the cybersecurity that many factory in Thailand, they quite worry because we are talking about the sensor get the data from their factory. So how about the cybersecurity? So can you go next? And this is also our member that at this moment, our member is not only the Thai company, but last year we just have like a new member from overseas, let's say like LiDAR from China. Is some company. We have Murata, we have some company that they try to join with us. Okay, can you go next? And this is our goal. We think today the technology alone is cannot create the impact. So we try to adopt. We try to let them understand the real case that we already implement in Thailand. This is the thing that we try to do here. So can you go next? You can follow us through the website. We have the website thaiiot.org, and we also have the Facebook Thai IoT Association. So everyone can follow Thailand IoT. Okay. Thank you for the World IoT Day. Thank you, John.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sutat, for sharing the ecosystem of Thailand. I think it's quite good. We speak quite a few times, when we meet, every time we meet. So I think I really admire you have done association of association in collaboration. I think tonight we bring a lot of association around the world together, and let's not stop here. Let's keep communicating. Let's contact each other and let's do collaboration and see how we can help each other out. Okay.
Okay,
Next,
thank
I
you
will.
for giving me a chance today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Then next, I would like to go further south. I know it's quite late for you, Griff Niker from New Zealand IoT Alliance, right?
Can I
Griff,
interrupt a
the
while,
floor is
John?
yours.
Can I interrupt, John?
Yeah. Okay, CC, yeah, go ahead. Yep.
I would like to at least meet of this meeting. I would like everyone to open up the video or your camera. We take a snapshot first before we go
Sounds
on.
good. Yep. If you
Because
don't mind,
otherwise,
everybody.
some of them go late. You might not be able to see you anymore.
Yeah, good idea.
Can we have all of you?
Sisi, can you help to take the photo? If you,
I'll do a step. I'll do a
yeah,
step.
Stanley also. Stanley can help or SK Lim. Yeah.
Hold on a
Everybody
second.
can on their camera. Tan Sri, can you on your camera?
Sure.
Tan Sri there?
I want to fill up the bottom part because we still have a lot of blank.
Yeah, Tan Sri.
Oh,
Okay.
wow,
Yeah,
thank you,
very
thank
good.
you.
Very
Bronson, I
good.
saw Bronson.
Here we go.
Henry from this Russia. Still not yet up. David.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my camera is off because I'm
Okay.
coughing.
We can see you.
I'm coughing. I have a virus, so I just turned it off.
No problem.
Sorry about that. Okay, we'll just do a quick snap. Thank you very much. Okay, great.
Thank you. Thank you, Sisi.
We can go
Okay.
on. We can go on. We can go
Arif,
on.
the floor is yours. Mike is yours. Yep.
Thanks, John, and greetings, kia ora, to you all from New Zealand. I'm here representing, I guess, the unified interests of IoT and connected technology from a New Zealand and Australia perspective. I'm the founder and chair of IoT Forum New Zealand, previously the New Zealand IoT Alliance, and I'm currently a board member of the Connected Technology Alliance in Australia, which was previously IoT Alliance Australia. I guess similar to Malaysia IoT Association, IoT Forum New Zealand, the IoT Alliance New Zealand, was established about 10 years ago. And really, I founded the organization with a drive to bring together industry, government, academia to really accelerate and push through innovation and adoption through three key things: through connections, better connections, through enhanced collaboration, and to really bring some thought leadership in where IoT and connected technologies could have a huge impact. The main pillars that drive us at IoT Forum New Zealand are Connect, really driving the ecosystem and supply chain, value chain alignment. The second pillar around Promote, continuing to surface tangible use cases using IoT and connected technologies and demystifying the business impact and the business use cases for IoT. And Advance, really exploring the cutting edge of IoT research, increasingly so in physical and embodied AI and in AIoT. I personally see IoT sensor collected data as the largest new source of data being ingressed into the training of existing and new AI models. And I think particularly with real-time IoT source data, this will have a fundamental impact in the contextual awareness of new LLM trained models and future neural network trained models as well. So the importance of IoT to the future of AI, I think, can't be underplayed. And I think more and more people will see that coming to the fore. For New Zealand, the value of IoT is really in its practical applications and in the business application, solving complex challenges in agriculture, sustainable infrastructure, smart utilities. We've got a large IoT water deployment going on here, and we're having a look at other smart utility deployments. We're also focused on ensuring that IoT and connected environments are built not only efficiently, but really resiliently. By championing this transition to more intelligent sensing systems, we want to ensure that New Zealand is able to compete on a global stage while maintaining that commitment to sovereign data integrity and ethical innovation. And it's something from a New Zealand standpoint that we want IoT to represent as well. A key pillar of the IoT Forum in New Zealand is building our regional strength. And I'm really glad to be here today because we want to not just establish regional strength, but global strength as part of a wider IoT ecosystem, global wide IoT ecosystem. But our collaboration with the Connected Technology Alliance in Australia, previously IoT Alliance Australia, was really set up to recognize that for IoT and physical AI and AIoT to really scale, there has to be a foundation of collaboration and engagement. And so I'm really, really excited. And thanks, John and Malaysia IoT Alliance, for having me here today. We really want to drive what that collaboration and engagement could really mean. From an Australian perspective, and putting my Australian sort of board hat on, one of the key things that we're really driving there and spearheading is a security labeling scheme for smart IoT devices. This initiative provides a cybersecurity layered framework that guides IoT manufacturers and protects consumers wanting to know how best to adopt, implement, and use IoT devices safely. We've implemented a security by design principles through this scheme, and we're really establishing a harmonized framework to really bring that to the fore across Australia. From a collaboration perspective, we really look forward to continuing and being part of these discussions because we think that collaboration and partnership is absolutely vital to the future of IoT awareness and adoption globally. We want to share our best practices for joint research, for what we're doing with physical AI, AIoT, around security labeling. And our door is firmly open to any organizations that want to have a chat. So I invite you all to visit iotforum.org.nz or the Connected Technology Alliance Australia. Reach out to us. We've been around for a long time as well. Lots of use cases, lots of trials and tribulations. I'm sure a lot of you have gone through the peaks and troughs of IoT, but really keen to build a more resilient and connected and prosperous IoT future for all of us. So thanks for having me tonight.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate for you to join us. I know it's very late for you. Hopefully you can stay on. We have some Q&A as well. If there's any, for those who have questions, do type in on the chat and then we'll get some of them to answer the best we can. If not, we'll try to get back to you. Thank you very much. From New Zealand, let's go to Andre. Andre from the IoT Association of Russia. Andre,
Hello.
are you there? The
I'm
mic
here.
is yours.
All right. Thank you. Hello to all involved parties. And together we definitely build better and very interesting world of automation. John, thank you very much for inviting me. This is not the first time I participate in such a representative set of people around the world who really focus on IoT and AI technologies. So our cooperation drives opportunity for members of our associations. This is very practical, and IoT market in general. So we trying to make a real concrete joint business. Well, there was and will be many words about the global impact of IoT and AI. I would like to focus on the results, which we just concluded about IoT business in Russia in 2025, and give you some update, and maybe you'll see the nice opportunities in my speech. So everyone knows that IoT projects follow the real economy per industry involved, such as energy, coal, oil, gas, medicine, transportation, logistics, agriculture, smart cities, etc. So IoT is not the purpose; it is a tool. So while Russia experienced difficulties in economy, in GDP growth and growth of internal debt, the IoT business followed this trend. There is no surprise. Overall, IoT market growth in last year, calculated by our various experts in association and around, was about 12, maybe 14% maximum in 2025, which is very close to the inflation figure. So basically, we grow in numbers, we grow in money, but inflation just cuts the root. So with current geopolitical conditions, we're not very optimistic about the forecasts in short-term perspective. So let me be honest with you. Well, this is good news for you guys because the companies in Russia are mature and they're ready to rock in international markets. And for all of you, it means opportunity to look at our solutions and cooperate now, enjoy the economical opportunities. We've got platforms for agriculture, industrial manufacturing, energy, smart cities, transportation, including all kinds of vehicles, small vehicles, bikes, huge cars, skates. We have logistics. We have smart cities, industrial solutions. We have devices for bulletproof solutions such as chemical, steel manufacturing. So you guys can hear me clear. This is an opportunity for you companies, at least for the next year. Another interesting part is cooperation in model context protocol. Even though Russia falls behind in leading general purpose huge LLMs, such as Claude. But we do our homework for ML and industrial AI, and so MPC APIs for particular vertical solutions are in place. This is interesting new world. I'm really deep inside it. Um, it sometimes it looks like a magic. You have an interface and you ask, access to my data and bring me the results of, forecast or results of a certain calculation of certain data fields so I can report it to my boss, whatever. It looks like magic, but it works. That was my short speech. The cold is back. We have a cold weather now. It's about 0 degrees. We have snow and rain, so it's really bad outside, but it's very warm with you guys to look at you, to hear you saying wonderful words. And John, again, thank you for the opportunity to give us such a short speech and open for you the opportunities to contact me and see what we've got. We've got a lot. Trust me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre, all the way from IOTA Russia. Next, I would like to invite Victor. Victor's from Taiwan. Victor, are you there, Victor? Can you maybe briefly share a little bit on what you're doing in Taipei? I know Victor for many, many years. Victor, are you there?
Hi, yeah,
The
hi,
mic is
John.
yours.
Yeah, my name is Victor. I'm from Institute for Information Industry, Taiwan. We are an organization which support the government to execute government projects and drive the digital transformation for the industry, and finally promote Taiwan ICT industry to the world and make engagement with international partner. Yeah, of course, Thai IoT Association and the Malaysia IoT Association are both very good partner of us. Yeah, we are very appreciate the cooperation in this year and the past. Um, First of all, I would like to thank John and all members inviting me join this event. And in this event, I would like to shortly share something we are doing now and what we have in this year. This year we have a project that called AI manufacturing project, which we would like to introduce AI to traditional manufacturing. Yeah, like the factory or maybe the butcher shop. Yeah, so it's a difficult. And because we don't understand if this kind of factory are ready or not. And so my colleague, they developed a scale sheet last year, and which can help them to evaluate what they need. Of course, first of all, they need IoT because they need data. If you don't have data, you very far away from AI. Yeah, so this is what we are doing now, and we would like to promote this to our global partners, and we are now translating the Chinese language to English. I think we will release it very soon.
Beautiful,
This year,
wonderful piece. The one.
yeah, thank you. And this year we will announce something at AI Expo Europe in Romania.
Yeah, that is.
This
I know
October.
where that is. Somewhere packed.
Yeah, and also in this October 20 to 24, we have AIoT Taiwan Expo, and we welcome all our partner come to Taiwan to join us in this event. Of course, I will host you and introduce our local partner to you. And if you need everything, if you want to engage with Taiwanese industry and IoT partners, we welcome to contact with me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Victor, for the short and sweet. And, it's very good to see you coming in tonight. Okay, I think we got two more speakers. So in the meantime, if you have questions, do type in on the chat. And for those who think they can pick up some of the question. Let's do that during the Q&A before the end of the day. I would like to share a video, from one of our members who are not able to attend. He has prepared a very short video. I think it's worth Listen to it. 1 second. Let me see if I can play it. Hold on. Okay. It's very short video. Hold on. Can you see my video, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me play first. Hold on. Just a second. Why is it not playing? Hold on a second. Let me see why is it. Let me reshare again. Unfortunately, I couldn't run the video for some reason. It was working fine when I was testing it earlier. Okay, now I think the video will be shared on the social media, LinkedIn, and so on. It's about 1 minute video, 1 minute, 1:17. Will not be able to play it for some reason. Okay, now so let's move forward to the next speaker. If I can run it later on, then I will try to play it again. So CC, next, the last speaker for today is CC Lee, is the Honorary Secretary of Malaysia IoT Association. CC, the floor is yours. Yep.
Hello. Getting very late. Thank you very much for all still with us today. My name is CC Lee. How many of you think that the AI actually awakened the IoT? Can I see a one? AI actually awakened the IoT, right? Yeah. What is more interesting is the AI is also awakening all the Gen X. What do you think about that? Gen X, more and more Gen X over here we can see. So that is the thing that we are. So I don't have much thing to share today, but I would like to share about something that we have done 35 years ago. I have done 35 years ago. Okay, so I will just share one of these thing. Yeah. So 35 years ago, my final year project 1991 is about telemetry radio. Okay, 1991, if I trace back right now, actually, that was a time that 2G is being introduced. Yeah, 2G. So 91. So what I did is, I think, for Gen X, you look at this one, the 68,000 microcontroller teaching laboratory microprocessor system, from the left, if you still remember, okay, if you still remember. That was my final year project, 1991. We are basically, Wi-Fi is not there yet, Wi-Fi is not there yet. We are using AM radio. We are there enough to use AM radio to do the transmission between the microcontroller to the other microprocessor. At that time, it's a microprocessor. It's my Motorola 68,000 or 6802 or 01. That was the time the telemetry radio is. So throughout this experiment or final year project, what I think is very tough, to get the AM radio to do data transmission, during that time. Crazy, right? Yeah, it's super crazy. So, but what we learned is not so much on, because that idea came about after we discussed with our principal lecturer during that time. I think his name is Dr. Tan. I think he's no longer he's already retired. So during that time, AM, he said, well, you want to use AM to do this one? Yes, go ahead. So it's not easy to get this one through. In fact, we just managed to, at the end of the day, we managed to send a hello world, throughout this thing. But then what we learned most, I learned most in this project is that the AM radio is very noisy, although the penetration is very good. Yeah, penetration is very good. Right now, let's say you compare to the LoRaWAN or NBA, LoRaWAN, Sigfox, all those things, the penetration is still better than the Wi-Fi or Zigbee and things like that. But during that time, what I learned most is that if you want to transmit this data over this type of AM radio, if you are trying to send digital data, it's a step. All the step response has got multiple frequency. So you create a lot of things. The modulation is just clogged up by all this funny noise inside. So what we did is we changed the signal to be bipolar. Bipolar signal seems to have a better, narrower frequency component inside. So that radio actually transmit better. Okay, just a little experience that I would like to share. Of course, right now, I'm a secretary of this Malaysia IoT Association. So thank you very much. I think all of you, it's our great honor. It's my great honor to celebrate this one with this Mr. Rob, right? So you coined this IoT days. I think last year John brought this thing up before, but today is reminding me, you are here. It's very honored to be with you today from Belgium all the way. Yeah, interesting. So okay, let me
Thank you.
see.
You have anything else? I will share the video. Maybe see whether it works. It's 1 minute. If you want to say anything else.
Okay, so my little sharing is ended here. I'm good to connect with you again. John, your floor. You want to share anything?
Okay, thank you. Let me try to show the video again if I can get it going. If not, we will not do it. Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Not sure why is it acting up. Okay, wait.
尊敬的郑总，
Okay,
以
can
及
you
我
hear
们
the
世界
video?
物联网日的伙伴们大家好，我是来自硬件硅谷深圳的 iMegaBase 大工坊的创始人金生发。
We have a caption
大家
with
都
the
知道，
support
深圳的
from
这种
Chance.
供应链在全球是最发达的，所以在大工坊，我们有来自像欧美日韩以及我们的东南亚、马来西亚的这种创业者，一起在这里打造他们的硬件的产品。另外一点，我想跟大家分享一下的，就是最近在中国国内兴起的一种 AI 的创业模式，叫做 OPC， 就是 One Person Company。很多的这种创业者，他们除了聘请实体员工，他们会去养龙虾，聘请这种数字员工，然后成为他公司的成员，打造未来的这种 AI 硬件、AI 机器人以及智能体的产品。所以我们也欢迎世界物联网的这种伙伴们跟我们的郑总一起到深圳来，我们一起打造未来的 AI 硬件、AI IoT 的这样的一个产品。好，欢迎大家。
Thank you. Glad to be able to share Mr. Alan Ding from Shenzhen as well. They are one-stop manufacturing place based in Shenzhen. I love to visit their office. So let's, for those who are interested, you can connect them or connect to any one of us here this evening. So I think that is basically the end of the presentation. I'd like to, CC maybe or James, we can bring some of the question. I think Martin, right? David did ask some question. Tan Sri, are you there? I think there was a question. Wait, let me bring up my chat. Let me unshare my file, this one. Okay. Tan Sri, there's a question on predictive maintenance without human touch is coming But as IoT deployment just matured now beyond connectivity, do you have anything to add, or any of the speakers, CC or James? What's your thought on that question?
Tan Sri, you didn't unmute your mic yet. You haven't unmute your mic yet.
I think that's a very good, interesting question for industrial lovers. Predictive maintenance was already introduced on the Hanover Fair in 2019. Predictive service of maintenance means the sensors can detect certain things, irregularities, maybe a shaft is making noise, whatever. And the sound got interpreted into a sound character adapted by an MML, a large language model, and that was used to compare the use in a sort of use case scenario, the normal noise and the identified noise to each other. So if the noise of the shaft is now different in its character, immediately actions are being taken. So that is what was introduced as predictive maintenance model at the Hannover Messe in 2019. So now the industry is, especially when it comes to turbines, pumps, gas stations, especially the oil and gas industry, a heavy user of those predictive maintenance platforms.
Thank you, Tan Sri. Next question we saw from Kin of Myanmar regarding the Dennis Hassabis. Anybody want to add, or Chance, you say something, or Andre? Any one of you or anyone can share or their input, their view on that question? Yep. Go ahead.
You mean on the yeah, this is Chance. I would like to circle back to the question of Johnson, IoT Taiwan. I think the action taken to bring down the connectivity network costs, increase the coverage of brand. There are two. I saw two trends along this line. I share in the chat, right? Firstly, these decentralized infrastructure movement, all the way from data networking. For example, we have Helium.com. We also have China's Angu.ai. And also we have decentralized energy system like a solar panel, battery, and also these renewable energy systems that are specially built for containerized data center. That will increasing the resiliency and also more, further decentralize how data centers are being built. So these trends, as I see it, will increasingly bring down the cost of connections. So hopefully I answered the question, because I've seen a big movement here in China in terms of supply chain.
Okay, thanks, Chance. Andre, you want to add anything else? Yep.
Yeah, this should be looked at this in the perspective of the cost of the payload. I mean, in every business plan, when you plan to build a network coverage for the IoT, first thing you consider is the price of the payload. If it's a small packet, there is no need for huge investments in 5G and LTE and other broadband things. If it's a real-time broadband device, then you don't have much choice. You have to build a broadband connection. But the first question you ask not about the technology, but about the price of the payload. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you. Next, there's a question from David Martin, about payload efficiency. Is that similar, or anyone want to add in additional if there is any? Or is it the same one? If not, then we go to the next question by KB Chan. What is the most impactful sustainability outcome you have achieved with IoT, and what is needed to change in our architecture or operational to get there? Anyone want to share additional information? Chance has some comment. Chance has provided some input. Anyone?
Yeah, we'll leave it to other guests to talk about it. I already wrote down my comment.
Okay. Anyone else? No. All right. Next question, Rob, about 6G. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Francis, you want to say something? Johnson. Johnson has a question. Connectivity, lower cost. Any additional information you want to share, anyone, based on the question?
On the sustainability question?
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, that's a great question because of course it's said often that by monitoring we will be able to actually bring down a lot of energy but actually there's a cost in monitoring itself. So it's now this has been taken very, very seriously, of course, because of the political situation today. So we see a strong move towards renewables on the one hand. Then there is this trend of small nuclear reactors, the SMRs, that are not really functional yet, although two seem to be functioning, but sort of they're being built, and I think China is also building or is in the course of building, and so we're looking at the moment towards this triangle for 2030, which is a triangle of IoT, AI, and 6G. And as 6G is sort of thought to be deployed around 2030, there's a 5-year trajectory. And the paradigm in this triangle is going much more towards devices and decentralized and distributed and federated. So it's going away from these big central places that, as we see now, are not only prone to attacks, cyber attacks, but are actually being hit and targeted. This trend is towards devices, is towards more local energy. So we think about home batteries, and there's a trend in China towards community batteries. This is extremely interesting. And the selling point for 6G as it is now is that it will be more energy efficient. But I mean, that's not a given. But it will be there. So I think it's important for all of us to look into this triangle because it's a 5-year deployment. You have time to come with your own ideas and concepts. But this train has left the station, and there's tremendous amount of investment in these 6G developments because people think it will be really different from 5G technically.
Okay. Thanks, Rob. Maybe last call. I think we just about time I was expecting, because some might be very late for our friend in New Zealand. Maybe last call, anyone? Johnson, maybe you want to add something, or Dato, or Francisco, or Bronson, or Swaimi, anything, maybe just a short one. If you want to add additional that you think you want to share a little bit on your thoughts from the whole conversation this evening or morning. Yep. Anyone? You can on your mic.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, we created a group so that everybody can continue the discussion on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, everyone is free to join the group.
Okay. Great. Thanks, Stanley. Yeah. Johnson, you want to add anything, or Bronson, Francisco, anyone? Joanne?
Johnson here. Can I
Yeah,
say
Johnson,
something?
go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, John Tay. I really appreciate this opportunity to join this IoT Day. I really learned a lot from this conversation. So I would love to keep, participating this kind of meaningful conversation and representing Taiwan IoT. And we have been doing IoT applications and test cases, and I mean the operation for the IoT business for over 15 years. and right from the beginning, that the manufacturing of the sensors up to the cloud and AI all together. So I would love to exchange information with everybody. Really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you, John Tay, again. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnson. Maybe one or two more. Anyone want to add in before we end the session? I think it's great to get so many questions and input and the presentation just now. Any? Yep, Dato. Yep. Oh, you want to say something? Anyone? Swaimi or Joanne?
Well, John, I just want to say
Yeah, Dato, go ahead.
thank you to you for taking the lead role in organizing this thing. And thanks to all the speakers for sharing their insightful thoughts. And especially to CC Lee for the excited way in which he presented his. So I guess it's a fun.
Y también revisando un poco modelos o que se podía mirar que
Maybe
no.
Francisco, can you mute your
Ayer
mic?
estuve viendo las de Army, prometido era deuda.
Okay, go ahead, Dato. Continue.
I must say it was a very informative session today. I learned a lot personally, and I'm sure many will agree with me on this. And we look forward to having maybe somewhat like a quarterly session like this, not just waiting for a World IoT Day to have this gathering like this.
Okay, thanks, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dato. I guess anyone, or if not, we will end this session. I think it's very good to
Yeah, I will post all
yeah.
the photo onto the WhatsApp group. You can just go and download it from there. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Lenny. Yep. Good. So I think with that, we will end the session. I think it's good to see so many people still in there. I think we started with 35. I saw 35. Now we still have 33, which is good to see so many. I know it's late and early morning for some of you. Really early morning, for our friend in New Zealand. So it's probably more in the early morning. So with that, James, you want to add anything, James? Okay. James, are you there?
Yeah, again, thanks for everyone for staying back and all over the world. I think we will continue the conversation as suggested by Datuk Dalivao. Maybe we should have more often engagement, right? And I'm very proud to say that the IoT community of the world is setting an example to the world leaders, right? So we are getting all the countries without borders, right? Different cultures coming together, right? To collaborate, hopefully more collaboration to communicate, and also try to drive IoT adoption globally and make the world a better place, right? Thank you.
Okay, with that, thank you very much, James, Chairman of Malaysia IoT Association, and I wish everyone happy IoT Day. And let's keep the channel open. I think this is just the beginning. I think we have a lot of things that we can learn and share, across the border. I think I will take the initiative, or if you have any ideas, do bounce the idea. You know where to reach me, and let's keep the connection. For the more events or more webinar or even face to face, in the very near future. With that, I'm signing off. Thank you very much and get some rest. Bye bye and have a good day for those who are in the morning.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank you, John.
bye. Thank you, everyone,
Good night.
for
Good
your
night.
time.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.